was crying over you. I am smiling.
Can he pull one back into somebody's path now? Suddck waiting. Suddck! Now again we have the possibility for Alan Suddick to try his bending free kick. There it goes, and in it goes! He'll be pleased with that. If he scores from this penalty, it will be his 100th goal in league football. And there is as cool a century as you could wish to get.
Well, being a true black and white, Suddck was a great lad. Lovely, skillful, full of energy, and full of heart.
Well, I was there when there was like 13,000 fans at Newcastle, and Alan Suddick was tremendous, by the way. He was Newcastle through and through. He was a legend, do you know what I mean?
I think the trail began when we were going down to watch Blackpool play Preston in the pre-season friendly in 1966, and the word was that Alan Ball was off to Leeds, but of course by now you all know that he finished up at Everton, and of course Alan was the player, or one of the players that Blackpool were researching on, and eventually of course come December of that year he eventually signed for Blackpool. And sadly, and I'm smiling because it's not the sort of debut that you want, but it finished up losing, well, we finished up losing 4-1 to West Ham United. I think there was about 25,000 down there, which was probably half the gates that had been used to up at St James's Park. But of course that was only the start of the story. It was a bad start. And he did have his problems a little bit in that season, but eventually, there's no question about it, it finished up where he became one of the all-time favourites of Blackpool, and for very good reasons. He was a wonderful footballer. He could do things with the football that we've never seen before, and I've seen all the greats, the Matthews Morses and all the era after the war. Some wonderful football, and it wasn't just the football, it was that man, and it was the other people, the other players in the team of that era we're not likely to see again, because the ball-playing footballer such as Suddy and Greeny and all the other players that were in the side, they're just not allowed to play like that now. It's a different game of football. I don't think personally, maybe I'm a little bit too old, maybe for the modern era, but I do feel that that football at that time was as good as you'll ever see, and probably will never ever see again.
For our second match on the programme today, we go down to the second division to bring you one of the competitors with Queen's Park Rangers towards promotion to the first division, Sheffield United. Yesterday they were at home to Blackpool. The commentators Keith Macklin, the pictures come from Yorkshire Television, and Sheffield United as usual in the striped shirts.
Frank Barlow again, and this is Harry Thompson's ball. Jimmy Armfield, 16 years at Blackpool. A good ball to John McPhee. Oh, and a good through ball, and Burns. Oh, what a beauty, what a superlative goal by Mickey Burns. Mickey Burns, the former Skelmersdale United amateur, and what a beautiful left foot shot. Alan Hodgkinson never saw it. Dave Hatton again, playing a great defensive role for Blackpool this afternoon. But there's Gorice, has a bit of room to work. Cross comes the ball, and Glyn James taking a risk there.
More goals, more excitement now coming up in the second half.
Tudor getting it back to Blackpool. McPhee having a tremendous game in midfield, John McPhee. Looking for Burns, Mickey Burns there. And Burns has it. But there's only Pickering in the middle. Pickering at the far post coming up now. It's there! A goal scored by Fred Pickering from Mickey Burns' centre. McHeaton. Burns to Suddck. A nice bit of play by Frank Barlow. Getting Sheffield United on the move, but that flicked through by Curry, headed back by Tangerine Shirt. And it's Blackpool through Tommy Hutchison moving again, this long-legged figure. Craven calling for it in the middle. That's Craven. Craven going through beautifully in the box. Pickering, oh, what a goal by Pickering! What a magnificent hooked left foot shot by Pickering!
Burns. Can he pull one back into somebody's path now? Suddck waiting. Suddck!
The next action in the match today takes us into the second division, up to Bloomfield Road for Blackpool, who are still very much in the running to make a challenge to get into the first division again, against Queen's Park Rangers, who seem to have lost their chance. Rangers are in the hoop shirts. Commentator Gerald Sinstadt. Pictures from Granada Television.
Three men lined up at the back of the box. Murray, Craven and Pickering. McPhee lurking just outside. And Pickering coming through to try and meet him. Couldn't get up above Mobley, though. Armfield. Mobley again. Leach, Marsh. Bridges, well cut out by Armfield. Suddck. Murray, very quick to see that half chance. Not a bad effort, kept it down well. Suddck. Pickering nodding it down, and there it is, Craven! "21 minutes gone. John Craven, who had 3 chances in the first 10 minutes that he wasn't able to make anything of, eventually puts Blackpool 1-0 in front. Ferguson for Queen's Park Rangers. And there it is! Headed in by Leach, or is it offside? Yes, it's been given, I think. Yes, Leach's goal.
And that's how it finished, 1-1. Mick Leach scoring the Queen's Park Rangers goal.
When you roll the dice and you swear love's for me nothing can compare to when you roll the dice and you swear love's for me nothing can compare to when you roll the dice and you swear love's for me. But you with sensibility escape velocity.
Welcome to season 1970-71.
And you swear love's for me nothing can compare to when you roll the dice and you swear love's for me nothing can compare to when you roll the dice and you swear love's for me. Breathe in the air if you care, you can bear, don't say farewell. Nothing.
And a nice crossing, what a good goal! Mickey Burns the scorer!
He's got to run straight in and have a go. Good effort, and Craven scores. Craven the scorer, and Leeds caught with far too many men.
The ball is still in play. This is Burns. Burns with the cross, looking for Coleman. Has come away again. Good shot and a good goal. What a good goal! That's Tony Green again.
To Highway, and the buzz begins again. Highway using his stride. Lovely little chip for the team. Highway doesn't know it's there, but he's found it now.
But certainly the goal against Verona in the 3-3 draw was an absolute peach of a goal.
I was crying.
One of the most endearing memories as a football player, and I cast it a privilege to be on the field when he scored the best goal I've ever seen a professional score. It was against Verona in the now defunct Anglo-Italian Cup at Bloomfield Road, south stand end. The ball was played up to him. He had his back to the goal. He flicked it up, flicked it over the defender's head, turned like 360 degrees and was faced with another defender coming at him. He promptly just kneed it over his head, stepped to the side of him and hit it on the volley. And believe me, as soon as that ball left his foot, I could see that was screaming right in the top corner. It was a truly memorable goal, and as I said, the best goal I had ever been on a pitch to see.
Nothing can compare to when you roll the dice and you swear that's for me. But you were sad.
Suddick. Pass intended for Bentley. Hatton. Craven. Back again for Craven. Oh, what a beautifully taken goal. We looked at the linesman on this side because that was close, but Craven took it well, and the linesman held his flag down. Nice ball up to Burns. Again, Craven on his own in the middle, but there are two others across the box. Burns trying well, and it makes it! Mickey Burns!
Nothing can compare to when you roll the dice and swear that's for me. Nothing can compare to when you roll the dice and swear.
First thing in to take advantage of the gap, and a good shot to it. It's come out, and it's the first goal scored by Rafferty. Sotheby. Rafferty, a good header. Suddck going through the gap. Suddck against the post and off the other side eventually.
A year later, relegation avoided. A famous face was to have a quick spell as the Preston manager. Even Bobby Charlton's directions couldn't prevent defeat to Blackpool. And as a result, relegation to Division 3.
Minute to go to half-time. Suddck takes the free kick and in goes Glyn James. And now Alcott. The Preston defence absolutely caught. Francis Burns. On for Neil Young. The deflection took it away from him. Hatton clears to Mickey Burns. On again into that exposed gap for Suddck. Cross deep for Walsh. Beautiful goal. Walsh. Davis. Still Davis. And a penalty has been given. And here comes a significant moment for Alan Suddick. If he scores from this penalty, it will be his 100th goal in league football. And there is as cool a century as you could wish to get.
I was crying over you. I am smiling.
Alan and I did play football long after we retired from the professional game, locally, for Wren Rovers veterans. And yeah, we used to get a lot of stick. You're bald, as I am, you're slow, you're this. And we were playing, I forget where it would be, it'd be somewhere in Thornton. Very cold, horrible day. And we get a free kick. And as all our teammates will know, the King was just superb at the free kicks. And I'll never forget the goalkeeper agitated, jumping about, telling all his friends, where to stand, where to do this, what you must do. And I said, don't bother lads, you're wasting your time. And Alan promptly just put his foot to the ball and wrapped it round the stanchion. And at 52, he still had that wonderful talent.
He's now got the extra Blackpool man on the end of the wall, and there is Suddck crouching, which is usually the sign that he's going to try the banana. There it goes, and in it goes! He'll be pleased with that.
Burns. Suddck. Going on his own, Burns again. And that's it, 1-0, Leonard the scorer.
Now a painter and decorator and a colourful character back in the 70s, Alan Suddick's the first of this week's 2 featured nominees.
Just love the place. Lots of friends here. I had a good relationship with the crowd when I played here. You just got out there, you played, and I really enjoyed my time at Blackpool as well. High point would be the Anglo-Italian Cup that we won. We did really well in that. The side that we had out, we had Tony Green, Tommy Hutch, 2 fantastic players, and we had just had a good rapport with everyone. And then winning it was a bonus. So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that competition. I was just an entertainer. You're a sportsman, and there's people who come to watch you. My interpretation of the game was entertain. And if I didn't do that, then I wasn't doing my job. And that's what I just tried to do. Do things in games where probably other people wouldn't try and do. If they came off, they were fantastic. If they didn't, you got to, the crowd let you know. You know what I mean? But also the crowd let you know if you did something really good. That's a nice finish.
I was crying over you. I am smiling.
Right, good evening everybody. Can I just say, I hope you have a terrific night. I'm sure you will. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be with you tonight. But to Zaina and all the family of Alan that have travelled down from Newcastle, and of course all his great fans that are there for this wonderful tribute to a wonderful footballer, I really do sincerely hope everybody, and I'm sure you will, have a terrific night.
Well, as you can see, I can't be with you tonight to pay credit to what we all know was one of the best footballers Blackpool has ever seen, fondly referred to as the King. And not only was he a magnificent footballer, he was a very, very dear personal friend, long after we hung up our boots, as they say. One of the most recent things that when Alan and I used to go and watch Blackpool, maybe when they weren't doing as well as they are now, and Alan had played golf at Lancaster, 6 o'clock tee-off time, very early for Alan, and I met him at 2 o'clock and we walked round to the ground. The game kicked off, and after about 10 minutes I just happened to turn around to Suddy, as we all affectionately called him, and he was asleep. His eyes were shut asleep, and I said, "Alan, you're asleep." And he just laconically turned around to me and said, "Dennis, it's the better of 2 options." And that was Suddy. He would never be overcritical. It was just a cutting comment, and that was Alan. And as I said earlier, I'm just so sorry I cannot be there to honour what was a truly great footballer, and more importantly, an absolutely great man and a very dear friend. And I hope the evening goes as well as it should. And Jared, Fraser, Keeley and Zaina, sincere apologies I'm not there, because you know how much Alan meant to me.
Really all I'm saying is to everybody who's going to be there tonight, Zaina, who was a star in his illness. You know, you can't imagine how somebody, you know, they look after people, but she really did look after him. To all the family, to the boys. I know he had a little grandchild that was at Newcastle in the junior teams, and I think really one of his last wishes would have been that he would make it and hopefully follow in the Suddck tradition. And I know I keep mentioning football, but that's what, you know, football missed a terrific footballer. You know, I do hope that everybody enjoys it tonight, and I'm sure you'll be reminiscing and be thinking about the very things that I've been talking about. And, you know, he's hoping nobody ever forgets Alan, because we shouldn't do.
Say farewell.